Do you want to crash reality and obliterate gods? That's a little concerning. But in my game, you can! Want to know how I made this? Welcome to the Museum of Game Development! How exciting! Look over there!
This is a weird museum.
Hey, give me that. Ever since I was a little child, I wanted to make a game. But I never tried until like 7th grade, where me and my friends decided to make a game. Wait, that's a grammar. My friends and I decided to make a game. We made giant piles of lore and ideas, and I even made a few models. But then we got to the actual game making part of the game, and we procrastinated. Like, really procrastinated. So we just lost interest. Then a year later, me and my friends decided to try again. But realizing our flaw in the first game, we decided to have a simple concept.
If only it stayed that way.
So we got thinking, what if we made a PvE game? Then we thought of a main character. What if a funny little dude was beating up children?
Genius!
So I randomly drew some guy named Bob, and that was our concept. Yay! So the game would work like this. Bob is at his grandma's house enjoying his grandma's cookies when suddenly a crack in reality swallows up his cookies in his room. And there will be a large selection of levels, and every time the player beat a level, one of the levels would be selected to be the next level, and each level would have dark, disturbing lore and Lovecraftian gods. And Bob would shoot up and shoot up.
Genius!
So I got to work and opened up Unity and searched up a tutorial. Nah, I'm not doing that. My attention span is cooked. So I decided I would use Roblox because my friend can easily help me work on it, and it already has a walk cycle. It's perfect! So I made a model of Bob and his right to bear arms. That's my real eagle impression. Into Roblox and easily made the player into Bob. Now I just have to do the gun, but wait, it won't attach. This is a custom model. It doesn't know where to attach the gun. I spent days searching for a solution, but none were found, so I almost gave up until I thought of something. Wait, why did I search it up like that instead of like that? Wait, oh, I found it. Yes, oh my Bob. And now he is armed and dangerous. So I tried to follow a tutorial, which I thought would be easy considering the amount of gun tutorials there are. But all were either from the toolbox or too much for my little head. But then I found out I misspelled one word. I love coding. And then I tried digital art to make a cover for the game, and it turned out decent. Yay! Then I made a kick attack, big jumpy, speedy, a double jumpy, and a dashy, and also a slide. I also made a really quick placeholder, grandma's house, and a lobby system, which I'm gonna make it look cooler later, yeah. Then I decided to make one of the levels. So basically it's Revelation from the Bible, but cool. So I made the 7-headed dragon model, and oh, that's a lot of triangles. Since Roblox only allows a small amount of triangles, I had to reduce the amount of triangles there. So I used a decimate modifier, and it usually doesn't look like that. So I searched up a solution. I don't want to learn what retopology is. You have to do it manually? Oh!
Oh
So I just made it low poly looking. It looks decent. And then I try to rig it. Why does it look like that? Okay. Moving like that. Why is it? How is it moving like that?
no! Wait.
That was the reason why. And added it to the game. I then made the main enemy of the game that will appear in almost every level, the Infestation, a collective hive mind that corrupts reality. I then struggled to export the walking animation from Blender to Roblox, and then just decided to make it in Roblox. And then I made a rig inside the model, because for some reason when I put a humanoid inside of a custom model, the model actually doesn't take damage. That's stupid. And now I got some pathfinding using AI. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're using AI, but like, I spent like 2 hours watching coding tutorials, and then I got bored. Yeah. I then decided to make another level that would require less work than the one I'm working on, where there is a giant snake guy that eats reality with a big funny name. I then made the model and rigged it and imported it into Roblox. And wait, after a bit of work, I got it looking good and added some pathfinding. Hey bud, can you help me again? And after looking at some things of people trying to make the like snake movement, I have this.